This is the phone, by the way. I don't know how this thing will turn out, but let's talk about Etsy. Etsy, Etsy's guru and Ai Slop. Okay, so I'm going to work on my, this is my sketchbook. I will do a sketchbook tour one day, but for now I'm going to work on my new drops that will happen by the end of August, probably. So I need to do some sketches, but I really want to draw and talk a little bit about what's happening on Etsy. It's been a while, honestly, and no one is doing anything. So I'm pretty sure we need to talk about this because it's becoming more and more outrageous, dumb, I don't know. Because if there's one thing that Etsy does well sometimes is to avoid things, and I'm going to talk about my experience, so we can start by talking about my experience. Okay, so I'm going to talk about my experience because that's what basically I know, honestly. Lately I am approaching again the world of a small business, even if I have the bad number opened. It was December. It's a long story. But I am coming back as a small business owner, drawing and planning drops for fall and autumn and things like that. Okay, perfect. So one thing that it's important to do, in my opinion, I think, when you want to launch a product is to do some market research to see how other people are marketing that said product, and to see how they're selling it, the quality. So do a bunch of researches, boring stuff, no? Okay. So basically what I did was just this, because I want to launch nothing new, honestly, but with my illustrations I want to launch coloring book, for now coloring pages, and maybe I would like to do a season like autumn and winter book altogether. Coloring book, honestly. So I was looking at this and I started researching on Etsy. You know, this is basically what you do. You go there, look up. Also, it's pretty good to go and look up for inspiration and to find other art modes. It can be, used to be a good place to do such things. But now, what I find constantly is just a lot of crap. A lot, not crap in the sense that there are people making crap, but there are people flooring is the right verb. People flooring Etsy with, my Patreon just got up. It's just in a first, like, embryonal. Do you say embryonal phase? So yeah, but I'm happy that it went on. It went up. Sorry. It's really important to understand that Etsy first opened it, it was so different when I was young. When I was young, years and years ago, when it opened and people were starting to come there. I remember I started in 2017, but I checked a lot of time the website. It was beautiful. It was amazing. They had this Etsy would pick products. I'm pretty sure they do it now, but it's not such a big thing anymore. I don't know. I don't see the appeal anymore, honestly, because I was doing the research is you put yourself in the customer clothes, okay? So it was like I, as a customer, was going around and looking at shit, honestly. That's just shit. And I know that people would be like, yeah, you're just complaining, let people do whatever they want. Yeah, sure. I'm totally for the freedom to do whatever you want, to do whatever you think it's best for you. I am not complaining about the people per se, about the people who generate a lot of AI. Luckily, for what I saw, and I'm sorry, this is just my opinion on this, I saw that the majority of these people posting AI slop, which is really, really slop, they all have the same style, they all have the same like concept, even they all have kind of the same text. I don't know if everyone uses the same, I don't know, app, website, I don't know. But for what it's worth it, I saw that they didn't had many sales. They did had sales, but they didn't had so many sales, honestly, which is because as a customer, when you spend money, well, sure, there are people who won't spend less money and they don't really care about the quality. But I'm pretty sure that if you go on Etsy, you are there to kinda spend not so much money. For example, I saw that there are people selling coloring pages for like cents. And there are I followed a bunch of real artists who actually sell really, really beautiful art coloring pages, and they were amazing as a reference. They were reference in the sense not that I copy them or something, no, in the sense that, for example, I took note of how much they priced. I do this is marketing research, honestly, it's not something that I invented. You do and see, okay, how many pages does this book has, the theme of the illustrations, how much is per page, so how much they let the customer pay for page. So you do your math, so this is honestly something that it's pretty common in sales. You should do that also because in order to not overprice or underprice a product, you should really do your researches. But it's impossible to do that on Etsy. And honestly, it's impossible to just buy at this point on Etsy. If I was a customer, dude, you probably won't believe me. I'm going to show that live because it's crazy. Okay, so on the phone, I don't have the access to Etsy, so they won't show, it's like the algorithm won't show the results cared for me. Like, they will show the general results. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to search coloring pages. Okay, you ready? You ready to get angry? And I'm pretty sure this is also for, I don't know if clients will watch this video, I don't know, but this is also FYI for customers, because you should know what you're going to pay for. You should know that these people take your money for like 2 seconds on writing a prompt. Okay, so AI. I don't know if this is, let me see. Oh yeah, AI. They have all look at this, like look at the black eyes. There are a lot, see? They all have the same style. All. I don't know if this is, because you also need to go there and check, is this, I cannot tell if this is AI, honestly. So let's give them the benefit of the doubt. But this one, black eyes, round black eyes, AI. This, AI. Is this? Yeah, round black eyes on each and every single characters. So, dude, the scrolling. You imagine me going there as a customer and looking at all this shit here, which honestly, as an artist, I know that I can spot it. I know that I can tell. But even so, there are some times that I cannot find it, honestly. And that's the whole mission, I think, of AI at this point, to be not easily recognizable. This is why they train AI. But as a customer, to know that, and the fact that Etsy was created, like the sole purpose was created to let all the crafter and artisan and artists come all together in the same place and have a community. Back years ago, there was also kind of a forum, which is still up, but it's not that, like, in order to go on this forum, you need to check everywhere on the page because it's kind of hidden, and it's not so popular anymore. Before, it was on your feed as a creator, as a seller. You had the forum there where you could have chat, people could interact with one another. So it was kind of different, no? I just don't understand at this point, because this is like, we lost the freaking plot. We really lost the plot. And on this side, I really want to show you, because I saved some posts on Instagram, because maybe Meta knew that I wanted to do this video, and they said, oh, you know what, I'm going to show you a bunch of posts on Etsy. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to show you it here. Etsy is in its flop era and sellers are fleeing. I don't know where they're fleeing. I'm going to read this. And this is from Wired, and basically they're saying the same thing that I'm talking about. And I just saw this today. Have you noticed an increase in AI-generated art products on Etsy? Dude, it's only that. It's really only that. And luckily, I have a net of artists that I do follow, and that if I want to look up at inspirations, and I do follow them everywhere on social media, so it's pretty easy for me to just go find them and just look up for them, okay? But it's crazy that it's like there's no competition anymore. There's no the thrill to discover new styles and new artists and new people behind the art. Honestly, it's just a sea of AI Slop, which is all the same. I showed you. Same round black eyes, same lines, same creepy faces, like the. It's a never ending, never freaking ending. And at this point, I don't know. I feel really compelled. I feel really, because as a business owner, again, my shop was, I have already a video up about this. They closed my shop because they needed, back then, they needed information on my bad number, which is, they then closed it again, like yesterday, 2 days ago, because, it doesn't seem that you are the sole owner of your own company. Dude, there's only my name on that freaking document. There's only my name. And if I give you the number of my bot number, you will see just me, just my freaking name on it. So are you using AI to do this check on companies? Because, dude, you're flopping. You're really flopping. So let me know what's your opinion on this, honestly, because if you found another place to flee, this is also why I really want to, I am revamping. I did had a Patreon, but honest to God, I didn't know how to use it properly, what to do, what to post, I'm going to use. My channel is already full of content, like I do art, I do talk about drama, online drama, movie, cinema. I do essays on a bunch of things. So I do like that my YouTube is my reflection, basically, because I have all these things in my head that I want to do. But I want my Patreon to be just my art space. So people can come there and be part of a community, be part of real people, and do experience humans. Because this is something that it's really lacking at this point on this freaking planet. Oh, somebody scratched. You don't really know anymore who's behind a certain situation, certain social media. AI is everywhere. AI is, and I know I said I want to make a video on what's my take on AI, and I'm going to do it. I just want to collect all my thoughts, and I don't think I'm going to write a script, honestly, because I like to do this freely, but I really want to make some points, just taking some notes on the things that I want to talk about in order to not go on tangents. So you just let me know what's your take on this. And now I want to go because there's no escape, honestly. At this point, there's no escape from anything. Okay, so the second thing that I wanted to talk about, oh my God, these eyes are terrible. Oh my God. Sorry. I do this also when no one is watching. I do say these things. So yeah, don't worry. Everything is okay. I do want to talk about something that happened to me again. Oh, by the way, I had another post, which was, I'm pretty sure along the same lines of, ethical companies that quietly had their values stripped away. And I think this is pretty important also to say. It says Etsy was one of the first B Corps to go public. After activist investors pushed for profit, it dropped the certification and let mass-produced resellers flood its handmade, quote-unquote, marketplace while hiking seller fees. If you are a seller, you know, and if you say Etsy to a seller, they will say fees, a lot of fees. It was not. I said this in my last video. It was not like this. Not this pricey, honestly. For what? In order for AI to dump 100 products per day, its CEO said being good, quote unquote, doesn't cut the mustard. Do with this whatever you like. So, by the way, before I talk about the other thing, my take on this is, as I said, I don't want to mine the freedom of people. People can and should do whatever they want. If you want to produce Ai Slop, do it, have fun with it. I don't care. I do have a moral compass though, but I don't want you to be my friend at this point. But probably you don't want me as a friend too. But you do you. Now, with this said, is that so? Because I know that there's customer for everyone in the world. Okay, no shade on that. If you want to pay a cheaper price, you go to a certain seller. If you want to pay a higher price, you go to another seller, Perfect. So I don't understand why it's so hard mostly for Etsy, but also for social media, to just have a team of people checking on these works and to actually put a category, which is AI category, of people making things with AI, where if I want something made by AI, because I know it would be cheaper, I know it would be really easy, something really, I don't want to think so much about what I want to buy, I can go in this category. So, no shade. You can do whatever you want with your money. Why not? But why we cannot have the market that was supposed to be ours as handmade and artisan and artists? Why can we not have this platform that was promised to us, honestly? Because Etsy was born for this purpose and already got flooded with people that they were not small businesses anymore. Which, whatever, okay, it's terrible, it's awful, fine, but at least there were people. Now we also need to fight with claws against things that are automatically generated, which is something that really, really appalls me at this point. So it's so easy to just create a new category and to place all these things in that category. Flag it, because we can tell AI from not AI usually. But also, when you go and try to list something on Etsy, they do ask, did you do this? What product did you do to produce this? When you produce this, did you produce it by hand with the help of some machines? Did you use a manufacturer? There are all these questions. And honestly, why I should be subject to all this kind of questioning, making me feel like, am I legit? Honestly, why these people are not question it a lot? I don't know. So yeah, let me know your take on this. Then I want to talk about Etsy's guru. And there are a lot of Etsy's guru. I'm not the first one talking about this, but lately I saw YouTube guru, which is something that, Jesus. And I will tell you, I did watch some videos of YouTube gurus. I think everyone once in their life will watch those videos out of curiosity, out of, I want to see if they do teach actually something. They don't. They don't teach anything that you won't learn by yourself. Trust me. But you do you again. Now, I am being subject. I'm not going to name names, honestly, but there's this gal here who's being on my freaking feed all day in 3 days. And all because she has a sponsorship, like she has advertisement for her thing. So now you're going to say, but what's wrong with this? Well, what's wrong is that this person is clearly, in my opinion, I'm not doing names, so you will never know who I'm talking about. This person is clearly scamming people, because if I'm telling you, I am like people that go on podcasts and radio and television, or this perspective is terrible, but yeah, I'm just doing this out of fun. If you go on a podcast, if you go to talk about something, to teach something that whatever, you are supposed also to bring with you, like your resume. People want to know, like, if you are talking about something specifically, such as having a successful Etsy shop, and you are so freaking popular that you are on the, let me know if I remember correctly, on the top 0.6% Etsy sellers. Which, when I read this statement, I was like, dude, what the fuck does it mean? What does it mean? This means nothing to me, honestly. Also because right now there are so many sellers, again, with the Ai Slop, that this doesn't matter anymore. Like, we're talking about nothing at this point. So I was like, yeah, okay, girl, you do you. At the 10 times that she showed up on my feed, I was like, okay, I want to look into this. Not because I want to buy your course, because for sure you are selling some course or something, but because I want to know. I wanna know. And what I want to know is, because I'm a freaking curious person, I want to know, what are you selling? What are you, like, how long have you been on Etsy? And like, who are your customers? What's your biggest product? All these kind of things. No, which is, I think it's fair. If you say that you are an Etsy seller, people want to know, what the hell do you sell to be this successful? Do you sell digital stuff? Do you sell prints? Do you sell handmade shit? What do you do? So I go on the profile of this person. This person has a bunch of social medias. Who doesn't at this point? So no sketchy at all. But on each and every single profile, never was there her Etsy shop. Never. No link, no name. Like, the first things that you see on my channel, and I'm not saying, oh, I'm the best. No. I'm saying that if you are a seller, even if I am a seller, I don't sell. But that doesn't mean that I'm not a seller, that I don't make products. Okay? So if you come on my channel, the first thing that you see, even if I do a bunch of things on this channel, the first thing that you see are my name and my Etsy shop. Not Etsy, like my shop name. Okay, perfect. So I would be easily recognizable to people if they know me by my name, if they know my shop by name. so people can see and say, oh, this is that girl there that makes stupid videos on YouTube. Yeah, that's me, baby. Perfect. So now I want to understand why on earth you claim to be an Etsy freaking master and there's no Etsy anywhere, not even a mention of your website. This is weird, right? To go and see and check and there's no link anywhere. So now not only we are scamming people, but also we are kind of gatekeeping people. While scamming them, we are also gatekeeping people to not know what, if you're legit, even if you're, this feels like the channels that go like with the golden plaque, no, the silver plaque, like how I reached my 100,000 subscribers. These are all the tips that you should follow. And then you go on their channel and all their videos are just about how to grow your YouTube channel, which is honestly appealing. I understand the appeal on that, on how to grow and gain sales on your Etsy shop. And there are people who are, I don't want to say the word desperate, but they are trying to make a living out of this, and maybe they have some money aside, and instead of using that money for marketing, they do relate on these people. I don't want to say this is wrong. You do you really do you. But to have these people around, and honestly, I'm not going to name names again, but I was following a person, I don't even want to say the sex. I was following this person on YouTube, which I was really, really into it. And this person talked a lot a long time ago. They started talking about the how to grow your channel, what to do, what to follow, whatever. Perfect. So I started noticing this pattern, and I also watched some of those videos because I was actually interested. I always wanted to build a career online. I always wanted to share my art, share my opinions, which is something that I'm doing now. But I know there's SEO, sorry. SEO to, you need to mind the SEO, you need to mind the tags, the this and that. I know this, I know. So if I can listen to people who are here for from a longer time than me, why not, right? And I did. I watched a bunch of videos, which were honestly at the end they were all the same. They were saying the same things, all of them. But I was like, okay, fair, fine. This person had a lot of following at a certain point, a lot of following. And I started noticing this pattern. This person used to make art, beautiful art. They sold art. They had, I believe they also had a Patreon, maybe. No, they had another website, I don't remember. But they were pretty active, on YouTube. And then it started to come only the how to grow your YouTube. And in between these takes on how to grow your YouTube, there were a little kind of, making a painting, drawing a little bit, doing something really, really simple. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Am I a joke to you? Like, because as an artist, yeah, okay, I do click on the video because I want to have your take on how to do this and that. But I also am here to learn from you as an artist, and I would like to see your art, right? And it's like you taking out the art from all this. You are just a YouTube guru at this point. And if you copy and paste some of the art that you did like 3 years ago in every single video, I don't know what to tell you, but for me, I'm pretty sure that this is crap. So this is just a vent. This is, I did want to vent because it feels really that Etsy is losing the plot and the people are losing the plot, and there's no escape from anything at this point, because either it's AI, either it's AI what Etsy's guru, and there are also Etsy's guru that use AI, obviously. Let's not let ourselves miss that. So yeah, you let me know your take on this. I do want to make this video also to let people know that you should just relate a little bit on yourself and on your capacity. And I know it's hard. I am trying to make a living out of this. I would really like to have people buying my stuff, to have a system, to have someone telling me you're doing this right and you're doing this wrong and whatever. But those are, social media managers, and they do cost a lot of money that I don't have at this point. So I'm just trying my best to let myself known to people, so that people who come here on my channel do know what they can expect from me, that they can look at me, look at my art, hear me talking non-stop for hours. They can leave their opinions. I'm going to read your opinions, and if I do agree or whatever, I'm going to talk to you, no problem at all. If I don't agree, I won't talk, but your opinion will stay, no problems. So it's really everything about that. And I want you to know that more than ever right now, with these AI content everywhere, faking people, faking situations, faking for attention and viewership, is really hard to distinguish it from real humans. So I don't want to say that people should have a YouTube channel at all, because I know that maybe to put your face up is too much. I know there are also people who do faceless content, but do find your people. I don't want to even say find your niche, because that's stupid. Find your people. Don't be afraid to show who you are, because now more than ever we need people. We need people behaving, people acting, people showing up to show their art. We need real art. And something really beautiful about all the shit that is still happening with the AU situation, packaging situation. I made a video on that, by the way. Is that I did find a lot of beautiful artists, and I'm not afraid to say it. They are people who, one of these artists I never saw they making, like, I didn't saw they making videos or their face, but they did talk to me via message. It was amazing. They followed me. It was good to feel part of something, like part of the artist community, like the art community, because I'm pretty sure that we do have something in common. Even if we don't agree with a lot of things, we have different takes, whatever, but we do have something really big in common. So I did finish this. I'm going to add more details, honestly, but overall this works. So let me know your take on all this talk. Let me know what you think. These are really terrible times, honestly. Not only for small businesses, but not only for artists. You really need to be aware of what you're looking at, and you need to understand if you're looking at something real, something fake, something built up for audience, something AI generated. It's a lot. That's a lot, Robin. That's a lot. So yeah, let me know your take. I'm going to start a new illustration, and see where this takes me. We'll see each other really, really soon. Subscribe, like, do whatever you want. I'm here to talk and make art. Bye.